Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big for One Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 54 of winning a national title with every team in the game. If you guys have missed any other episodes, up in the right-hand corner will be the playlist from episode 1 all the way to now, with however many teams we've done. And you can see how everyone has done in every single one. But, of course, if you're unable to watch those videos, down in the description box down below will be all of our records with every team and what season they have done winning a natty for. But obviously, new episode means new team. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see who we get this time. We still got a lot to go here, and we are going to get... We're going back. We are going to the Big 12 with West Virginia. So West Virginia is the team we are going to take over. I think we've only done 2 Big 12 teams, and it's Kansas State and Oklahoma State. No. Yeah. I can't remember now. I believe we've done Iowa State, but this will be number 4, I believe. I don't think we've done anybody else. But West Virginia, 84 overall, one of the middle-of-the-road Big 12 teams. So we'll have to really work for this one. At least. They went 9-4 in 2023. I don't think they really did decent here in 2025. I can't remember exactly. Although my favorite team is in the Big 12, but I can't remember how well they did. But let's take a look at the coach abilities-wise. Actually pretty decent. It's got recruiter, mostly for the offense, which is going to be nice. Strategist, which I don't really use. Scheme guru for the offense. And, of course, motivator. I will probably put our first upgrades into our quarterback and wide receiver. Our offensive coordinator does have master motivators, so that'll be nice. And recruiter for the offense for scouting-wise. That'll be lovely. Defensive coordinator is mostly actually everything besides kickers and punters, so that's perfectly fine. And scheme guru mostly for the defense. So we will gladly take that over anything else. But taking a look at the roster... we have a 90 overall left tackle. Of course, Garrett Green will be leaving us. Same thing with Aubrey Burks. Donaldson Jr. will be probably with us one more year, and White will be with us for one more season, maybe 2. We do have a 78 overall backup quarterback. We also have a 73 as a freshman. That's kind of decent. 91 speed halfback as a backup as well will be nice. We're going to need some speed at wide receiver. These 2 freshmen won't play. Tight ends, we got a bunch of them, so we're good there. Offensive line will need help because we're losing a lot of offensive line. Same thing with D-line. Linebackers we probably need as well. Corners, we're decent at the moment. And safeties, yeah, same thing. And then we don't need a kicker or a punter, so we are good there. I'm going to go ahead, simulate Season 1. I'll see everyone at the end of Season 1 here with West Virginia. So here we are at the end of Season 1 here with West Virginia, where we go 8-4 on the season. A very good season as well with West Virginia. We started out 3-1, losing to Penn State, but beating FCS, beating Pitt, and then beating Kansas before losing to Oklahoma State. Beating Iowa State, losing to Kansas State, and then losing to Arizona. Then we won 4 in a row. Cincinnati, Baylor, UCF, and Texas Tech, who ended up being 10-2 and ranked 15th in the nation. So... unfortunately, that does not mean we get into the conference championship. That is Baylor and Texas Tech when we are tied with Oklahoma State. But we are going to get a bowl game this season in our first season with West Virginia, so we'll gladly take it. We end up being ranked 17th in the nation after everyone won. Riley Leonard wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,300 yards, 39 touchdowns to 3 interceptions on the season. We're taking on Rutgers in the Las Vegas Bowl. So, a bowl game is a bowl game. I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the end of season recap, go over the bracket, and then go from there. Season 2 hopefully will be even better than this season with West Virginia, and we'll kind of see how it plays out. We are a 4-star prestige. We did lose because we're 8-5. Pro potential goes up and coach prestige goes up, but coach stability goes down to a D. That's not very, very good. But 82 overall, hopefully we can get some improvements on that. Why is Ohio State's logo so small? Weird. But anyways, like I said, as I said before, Michigan and Ohio State met in the in the national championship, with Michigan defeating Ohio State 31-3, with Texas Tech, Texas State, Ohio State, Florida State, and Georgia making it as the automatic qualifiers, with Penn State, Texas A&M, Oregon, Oklahoma State, Notre Dame, and NC State and Michigan making it as the at-large bids. But that's going to do it for Season 1. It's on to Season 2 here with West Virginia. And here we are in Season 2 with West Virginia, where we go 9-3 on the season, 8-1 in the conference, having to play Arizona in the Big 12 championship game. They also went 9-3, but 7-2 in the conference play. We started out losing to Oregon and Ohio. I don't know how in the world we lost to Ohio, but then we lost to Utah to start the year. So we were 1-3. Then we won 8 in a row. BYU, Arizona State, Colorado, Houston, Kansas, UCF, Texas Tech, who ended up shutting out 27-0, and TCU, where we won 21-7. So if we can beat Arizona, we're going to be going to the college football playoff, surprisingly. But I think with a loss, we're out of it. I would be very surprised if we do win this game. We got 3,000 points, and we won. We're 10-3. As an 83 overall, we're definitely not winning the whole thing. I think we need like an 86, 87 to even try that. But all in all, very nice. Salter wins the Heisman out of Liberty, 3,300 yards, 39 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. We did not get any rewards, and we get a bye to start the year, or to start our first ever run in the college football playoff, where Temple, West Virginia, Alabama, USC, and Clemson made it as the automatic qualifiers, with Oregon, Florida State, Kansas State, Texas Tech, Ohio State, Tulane, and Penn State as the at-large bids. So it's either Oregon. It's probably going to be Oregon at this point. So let's just go ahead and advance the week. Got a free 100 XP for no reason. Hey, we'll take it. No, we're going to be playing Temple in the second round. That is very... How did they win? They beat them 31-28. All right. But let's see how we do against Temple. They're 11-3 on the season. They're in 81. We're in 83. So, honestly, surprised we're even here at this point. But right now, we're on a 9-game winning streak. Let's see if we can make it 10 in a row and move on to the semifinals here with West Virginia. Looks like we're going to start with the ball first as well. And our first drive ends up turning it over. Temple gets a field goal to go up 3-0. Now we get a touchdown to start the second quarter, and nothing since. It's 7-3 at the half. Still 7-3. Now it's 14-3. We get a big touchdown, and going into the fourth, all we need to do is take up as much time as we can. We're already up 11 points. Temple really hasn't done anything until now. We get a stop on fourth down. It's under 2 minutes. We get a first down. We get a couple first downs as well. They're going to drive down, probably score. I can't tell if they did score. They did not score. So we win 14-3 and are moving on to play the winner of Bama, and I think Kansas State was the winner there. If we face Bama, there is no shot we are winning that. So maybe we could beat Kansas State. Who knows? But, hey, we're going to semifinals in year number 2 with West Virginia. I'll be, again, very surprised if we even win this next game here. But yeah, 11-3 on the season. Got a Player of the Week award, and we'll be playing Bama in the Fiesta Bowl. So facing the number 1 overall seed here, they ended up beating Kansas State 44-15, and the winner would play either Ohio State or Penn State in the national championship game. So let's see what we do against Alabama. They're 13-1, 8-0 in the SEC, and they are a 90 overall. We're an 83. I am scared. But, like I said, I don't expect to win this game, especially against Alabama, with a 7 overall difference. But it looks like we're going to start with the football first. and our first drive ends up going backwards. We get a stop, but then turn it over, and it's 7-0 after the end of the first quarter with Alabama winning. Defense is getting stops. It's just the offense really can't do anything against this Alabama defense. It's 14-0 at the half. But the defense is going strong. It's just the offense can't really do anything. It's 21-0 here in the fourth quarter. Offense is finally putting up something. 4th and goal, we get a touchdown to make this a 2-score game. Defense, though, can't get a stop. For one of the first times, they were unable to get a stop, and they'll beat us 21-7. Honestly, a lot closer than what I thought it was going to be. I'm going to be dead honest. But Alabama's going to the national championship game to play the winner of Ohio State and Penn State. So we'll see who ends up winning that one here in just a second while we simulate to the end-of-season recap and see who wins it all here in year number 2. It's just, unfortunately, we had to run through the buzzsaw of Alabama. But 11-4 pro potential does go down. A lot of people want to transfer out, but conference prestige and coach stability, coach prestige, and athletic facilities all improve. So that is what we like to see. And Penn State beat Alabama 17-10 in the national title game. So that's going to do it for Season 2, and it's on to Season 3 here with West Virginia. And here we are in Season 3 here with West Virginia. And we go 10-2 on the season, 7-2 in the conference, where Kansas State will be our opponent in the Big 12 championship game. They went 11-1 and 8-1 in the conference. We actually start off really good. East Carolina, we beat Alabama and Miami, but then lost Iowa State and Texas Tech as our 2 losses on the season. Then we went on a run. TCU, Kansas, Houston, Arizona, Cincinnati, Oklahoma State, and Utah were all wins. Just unfortunate 5-point loss and 4-point loss or 6-point loss against Iowa State and Texas Tech. Although we destroyed Miami 52-17, we beat Alabama by 9. So unfortunately, it is what it is. But hopefully, to be honest, we're going to be going to the college football playoff this year. Whether that is going to be a bye or that is going to be just normal, just in the first round. We did lose, so we are going to be going in the first round. We lost to Kansas State. What was the score on that game? It was 38-21 win by Kansas State, so they'll get a bye in the college football playoff. Well, we will have to take on a first round team. We also just got a 5-star halfback, which will be pretty nice. But yeah, 10-3 in the season, 89 overall across the board. That will definitely help out. Every Johnson won the Heisman, 3,400 yards, 32 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for Kansas State. And we'll be playing Tennessee in the college football playoff as the 8-9 matchup with Charlotte, North Carolina, Kansas State, Alabama, and Oregon as the automatic qualifiers, with Oklahoma, Tennessee, us, West Virginia, Georgia, Clemson, Purdue, and Michigan as the at-large bids. So this will be a tough one against Tennessee. So let's see how we do against Tennessee. They're 10-2. We are 10-3 on the season. We are an 89. They're an 87. So technically we have the overall advantage in this game. So hopefully defense can get stopped and our offense can put up points. Here we are at home as well with this game. Now, it looks like we're going to start on defense first as well. Let's see how our defense does. And they get a stop. Offense gets stopped. They got a punt. So both teams have punted in this game. It's 0-0 after 1. Still 0-0. Both teams struggling. They get a field goal, and we also get a field goal to end the half, tied at 3. Now we get another field goal and a touchdown to go up by 10. It's 13-3 going into the 4th. Tennessee has goal-to-go situation. They get another field goal to be down by 7 here in the 4th quarter. We are driving, but we get pushed back on a sack, and that's not what we need because we had a field goal opportunity, a 3rd and 18, and they get a first, and it's a tie game with 1:22 to go. We get a big first down, another huge first down, and we're going to kick a field goal to win it at the buzzer. 16-13 win over Tennessee. I'll be moving on to try to get our revenge against Kansas State in the Big 12 championship game. But this time, We'll be in the quarterfinals. So hopefully that we can get that win and move on again, back-to-back years, into the semifinals with West Virginia. But Kansas State's a tough team. Got to play our very best against this team. So in the Peach Bowl, we'll be playing Kansas State. So let's see how we do against Kansas State. They're 12-1. We are 11-3 on the season. They're an 85 overall, where we are an 89. So I'm kind of surprised that we lost in simulation against them when we have a pretty decent overall advantage. Granted, their defense is better than their offense. And that's what we could have turned them into points. It looks like we're going to start on offense first, so hopefully our offense can get something going, and they do with a field goal to start the game. 3-0 lead after a couple punts for both sides. And Kansas State will take the lead 7-3, now 10-7, now 17-7 at the half. So a big 2-touchdown quarter from the Mountaineers. Kansas State would get a touchdown, so it's 17-14 going into the fourth, and Kansas State's got the ball, but the defense gets a big stop. We need a touchdown to give us a 2-score lead, and we turn it over on 3rd and 11. They punt the ball on 4th and 2. They get a stop on defense with a minute to go. We get a huge sack, but they get a big first down. 4th and 5 with 5 seconds left. They're not even going to get close. And the Mountaineers, 17-14 win over Kansas State. That is a big win because we'll be moving on now to the quarterfinal or the semifinals. Here with West Virginia near number 3. And we'll play the winner of, it looks like, Oklahoma and North Carolina. It'll be a tough opponent either way. But we shall see how it goes and who we will play. We play North Carolina in the Sugar Bowl, with the winner going to play Alabama or Oregon in the national championship game. But let's see how we do against North Carolina. They're 12-2. We are 12-3 on the season. They're an 85 overall, and we're an 89. Again, every single game so far has been overall advantage to us. Now, the next game will not be. It'll probably be even, or the other team will have it. A win, and we'll go in the national championship. It looks like we're starting on defense first, and they give up a big touchdown. So 7-0, now 7-3 at the end of the first quarter, with North Carolina having a lead. But we get a big touchdown run and then another turnover, or I guess a good return. It's 13-10 at the half, so we win the quarter at least. North Carolina, nope, they don't have the ball anymore. They will have it to start the fourth, 13-10 still. 4th and 10, they punt the ball. We need a touchdown. We go backwards. So, again, North Carolina just needs a field goal, but the defense gets a 3 and out. Under 3 to go. Again, and then we get a turnover on the first play of their drive. That's a touchdown with 1:40 to go. And that might do it. We are going to win against North Carolina 20-10 in the Sugar Bowl. And we are moving on to the national title game. And let's see who that team is going to be. It's going to be a tough one either way, whoever wins this one. Because, yeah, it's going to be pretty rough either way. So, we'll see how it is, but I don't know what it's going to be like in the next game at all. We're going to get our offensive and defensive player of the weeks for the Big 12 because we're the only ones playing in the Big 12 at this point. We're playing Oregon in the national championship game. So they beat Alabama. What was the score of that game? They won 45-42 in a barn burner. So we got a work cut out for us here in this game. But let's see how we do against Oregon. They're 14-1. We're 13-3 on the season, and we actually have the overall advantage. They have the better defense, We have the better team overall and offensive overall. Hopefully we can take that advantage and try to score in their 90 overall defense a couple times. Our defense has been amazing this tournament run. Looks like we're going to start on offense first in the national title game. And our offense punts, and they get a one-play touchdown. Now it's a two-score game with Oregon leading 13-0 after one. We would get a touchdown and another one to be up 14-13 before they would get a touchdown to take the lead at the half, 20-14. They start with ball, don't do anything. We get a field goal to be down by 3 in the fourth. And we get a huge play, and we'll tie the game up here in the fourth quarter. Oregon driving. 3rd and 5, we get a stop. All we now need is a touchdown or at least a field goal to tie. We are driving pretty well, but we get stopped on the 14-yard line. And Oregon will have to punt. We are going into overtime. Oregon, on 2nd down, they're going to be kicking a field goal. And so will we. So both teams get stopped on field goals and another field goal. 4th and 14 and another field goal. They don't get the 2-point conversion, and we will. It takes it to triple overtime where both teams couldn't score a touchdown before West Virginia wins it on the 2-point conversion attempts, stopping Oregon and getting one ourselves to win 31-29 in the national championship game. That would have been a great game to watch in general. Just as a viewer, watching the national championship game. Triple overtime in SoFi Stadium, and we will take the win. Scoring only 8 points in overtime without a touchdown. So we will, we'll take it. We'll gladly take it. Because that's pretty good, if I say so myself. But taking a look at the stats before we go. Nico, I'm going to call him Nico. 4,100 yards, 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Wilkins came in for 7 for 17, 83 yards and a touchdown. I don't know when he came in, but he did. Whoops, that's Western Kentucky. Rushing-wise, White, 989 with 13 touchdowns. Nico also added 297 with 3. Dunbar, 166 with 7. And Gallagher had 25 rushing yards with 2 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Gallagher and Ray both had 1,000 yards, with Gallagher having 12 and Ray with 8 touchdowns on the year. We also had 4 from McKinnon, 1 from Morton, and 3 from Clement with 922. We almost had 3 guys over 1,000 yards. Defensive-wise, Lathan had 88 tackles. He also had 7 for a loss, tied in with Byerson for the team lead. Obina? I'm going to try to pronounce that last name. 14.5 sacks. Cross had the team lead with 3 interceptions. Boyce had 9 deflections with Lathan. We did force a lot of fumbles and recovered a ton of fumbles as well. We have no blocked kicks. We have no safeties, but we did have 2 defensive touchdowns, one by Trotter and one by Byerson. Kicking-wise, RJ missed 4 from 50 and missed 1 from 39 and 1 from under 20. Made every extra point, but had 2 blocked and missed 6 field goals. Not great. Kick return, no. Punt return, touchdowns on the season. So, but yeah, that's going to do it for the episode. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit that like button down below. It's free and will help out the channel. And, yeah, if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. We're very, very close to 500 subs, and once we hit that goal, we're doing a 24-hour stream right here on YouTube. Probably playing 26 at this point, maybe, or who knows what could happen here in the next couple of weeks or months or whenever. But I hope you guys do enjoy the rest of your week. Baseball season is about to start. So very excited for that. But let me know how your brackets are doing down in the comment section. Are your brackets busted? This should be about the end of round 2 as I'm doing this. So we're about to reach the Sweet 16. Are you guys going to be winning your family pools or your work pools or stuff like that if you guys ever do that? My bracket was toast literally day 1, so smile. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I'm out. Peace.